Hey everyone, my name is Megan, and in this class we are going to open our hamstrings in Hanumanasana. So we'll start in seated, so sitting cross-legged, and you can sit up on a block if that is the comfiest for you. Bring your hands onto your knees and close your eyes. And the first thing is just an inner inventory taking. So letting yourself dissolve inwardly, just to feel exactly where you are at right now. And opening up to whatever it is that is passing through you in this moment. So become aware of your breath. And let your breath begin to take you inside. Begin to get curious about all the places your breath is touching. And then stay present with your breath as you bring your presence into your pelvis, into your pelvic bowl. And let your presence be like a liquid now that drips down and begins to fill up this bowl. So as more of your awareness drips down, you get more earthy, grounded. And with the earthiness comes a softness, as your whole body begins to relax as you connect to the earth. When we're connected to the earth, when we're grounded, our bodies feel safe. They feel safe, and then they begin to open up or unravel or soften. They begin to open up and unravel and soften, and then with this softness, all systems can communicate optimally. So everything becomes more spacious. And therefore, everything can begin to function as it needs to. So all of that just from connecting to the earth, just from feeling the weightiness through your pelvic girdle, through your legs. And then from there, imagine your spine, the central column, as a vine growing up. And so just as a vine grows, we can't see it grow unless we have a lot of patience and we stare at it for a long time, or unless we take a time lapse of it and we can speed it up and watch it grow. But the rate of growth is slow. And so let the central column of your spine also grow at the same rate. Let it begin to organically grow upward as you allow yourself also to stay super rooted and grounded and relaxed into the earth. And we'll just begin with some really simple movements. So now it's like the vine begins to wiggle from side to side. So snaking, try to initiate the movement from the center of the bowl of the pelvis, wherever you're taken, whatever spot ignites when I say that, the center of the bowl of the pelvis. And then the movement, it spirals laterally. Let's go laterally first, up the whole column. And think of the fluid motion of a piece of seaweed. It's kind of moving from side to side. And let the movement be what it is rather than try to control it too much. So it might not be totally consistent. It doesn't matter. And now begin to make some circles. And don't worry about what your circles look like. Feel your heart coming forward, side, back, side, and just keep them going without analyzing your circles too much. And then reverse directions. And again, the movement doesn't have to be consistent. Let it be inconsistent. Let it fluctuate, just like everything is always fluctuating. And then if your body says to make smaller circles or bigger circles or reverse directions. So take away all the rules. And then spiraling yourself back to the center now, beginning to make some undulations that crawl up front and back body. So the heart coming forward and back. And try to initiate this movement again from the center of the pelvic bowl. So your pubic bone draws towards your sternum, and then it slowly glides back like you're sticking your butt out. And the movement then will crawl up your spine like a snake. And now let your spine just move. So maybe it's a circle, maybe it's a wiggle, maybe you don't move, maybe you just hold a position. But try to take away all the rules and let yourself move from the inside out. And then wiggle yourself slowly back to the center. And come back to the vine and let it sprout out up a little bit higher as it roots down. Take inventory. And then slowly come onto your hands and your knees. Now imagine that your arms and your hands are branches coming off of the central column, so that everything is an extension of this potent center. So from the central column, stretch out through your arms, stretch out through the length of your fingertips, tack them down, root the four corners of your hands, and then walk your knees back, back, back. Begin to tilt your butt up and glide your heart down to the earth. If you need to walk your hands a bit more forward, you can do that. And try to drop your heart like a big stone and let your butt get bigger. Let your butt be really broad here and spacious. Let your belly be somewhat neutral. There's a little tiny bit of an activation with every exhale. And with the inhale, let it fill up. With every exhale, as your belly ignites a little bit, drop your heart, really drop it down. As your heart drops, let your butt get lighter. Press your hands down, root your forearms into the ground, hug your forearms towards one another, draw your pubic bone towards your sternum, and come forward onto your pelvis. Legs heavy. Walk your hands forward until your shoulders are over top of your elbows. Then bring your hands out to the sides and bring your feet now as wide as your mat. Just rock your butt a little from side to side. Make your whole lower body from your waistline down super heavy. Just drop. Then press your hands down. Press your fingertips down. Pull your hands back. So as you pull your hands back, you'll feel your upper back begin to activate a little bit. Keep that. Root your toenails into the ground. As your upper back activates, from your upper back, from the central column, begin to stretch back out through your arms until your elbows maybe lift a little bit, but if it's too much or you feel any compression in your lower back, then keep your elbows down. If you're okay to lift your elbows, cinch your waist, and if you need a little bit more elongation through your lower back, you can draw your pubic bone. It kind of draws towards the earth and up towards your heart. Then from here, begin to drop your chin towards your chest. With your chin to your chest, pull your hands back a little bit more, and as you do, your heart will begin to arc a little bit more forward. Lift your pelvic floor. Now begin to really draw your pubic bone towards your sternum and your low ribs towards your pelvic girdle. So you begin, it's almost like you're rounding your spine here. Pull your hands even more towards your feet towards your hands. Inhale, pull your armpits up towards the sky. And as you exhale, cinch your waist, elongate your heart forward, and lower the bottom tip of your ribs back to the floor. Keep your right hand where it is. Step your left fingertips beside your left ribs. Keep your lower body heavy. Draw your right armpit away from your right outer hip as you slowly roll onto your right side. From here, keep your right elbow bent. This will help you to increase the elongation through the right side body. Now drop your right rib cage like a stone towards the ground. So your right armpit, your right shoulder can draw a little towards your ear. Keep your left fingertips down for support and find the best position for your head here. It'll be different for all of us, holding different tension in different places. So play around, wiggle around. And then feed the sensation, whatever is speaking to you. You can think of the sensations as a language that your body is speaking. And the language that they respond to the best is the language of the breath. So speak to everything with your breath. And let the breath do all of the untangling as you hold space by witnessing, just watching the unraveling and watching the fluctuations and letting everything fluctuate as it will. Now from here, find a little bit more stability pressing down into the ground. So now your right ribs will draw away from the earth. Keep your left fingertips in front of you. Draw your right knee in towards you keep your left fingertips in front of you. Draw your left knee in towards you and place your left foot to the floor in front of your right leg. Left foot flat. Make sure your left kneecap and toes are pointing in the same direction. Now from here, stick your butt back a little bit. As you stick your butt back, look over your left shoulder. So as you stick your left sit bone back, inner thighs widen, and you might feel a nice stretch into your outer left hip. Heel toe your right foot in a little bit more towards you. Right knee bent, press down through right hand and right foot, and slowly begin to lift up. Press right hand and right foot away from one another. Stretch your left arm over your ear, but as much as you stretch the left fingertips away from you, pull them into the back of your heart so that none of the branches kind of fall off the trunk. Everything's pulling in. From here, slowly begin to gaze at the floor. Bring your left fingertips down, left toes point forward, right heel lifts. Walk your fingertips back towards your left foot. Magnetize feet towards one another. Reach your butt back and your heart forward. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, glide your heart towards your left toes. Pick up your left toes, flexing your left foot. Keep pulling your feet towards one another. Inner thighs back, heart forward. Inhale. And exhale here. Slowly coming back forward, bending into your left knee, plant your hands, round your spine, pick your left foot up, and step back down dog. Heels lift, inhale, just your heels. Slow motion, knees come down to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Stick your butt back and up as your heart melts down like a stone. Take one breath here. Press your hands down, press your forearms down, hug your forearms towards one another. And keep the hug to the midline as you curl yourself forward into a cobra. Root your toenails, press your hands down, pull them back, puff your heart forward and breathe in. Right fingertips beside you. Keep your left elbow bent and draw your left elbow towards the front of your mat as you slow motion roll onto your outer left hip. Right fingertips in front of you. Drop your left rib cage towards the floor, and then you can do whatever you need to do or whatever feels the best with your head. And let your breath literally massage, so that means that you'll wiggle a little bit to make more spaces for the breath to touch. There may be moments where you kind of hold the breath in one spot to allow it to work on that area. There's also times where you can contract through your core so that the breath must be directed directly into an area of your body. So all these ways to work with the breath in order for the breath to really come in contact with the sensations. Now slowly begin to bend your right knee, hug it in, step your right foot to the floor in front of your left leg, plant your whole right foot and just see that your right knee and your right toes point in the same direction. Then from here, begin to stick your butt back and gaze over your right shoulder as you draw your left elbow away from you. So the left elbow draws away, making lots of space through the left side body to open. And then the butt going back helps your outer right hip to begin to open just a little, just airing things out. And begin to heel toe your left foot in towards you. Root the knife edge of your left foot. Press down through your left hand and right fingertips and begin to open it up now. Left hand and left foot press away from one another as you stretch the right fingertips away from your inner left big toe mound. Take a big breath here into your right side body as now you contract your left side body a little. Then fingertips come down to the floor as the right toes point forward and the left heel lifts. Walk all your hands towards your right foot. Pull your feet towards one another, reach your bum back and your heart forward as you breathe in. So make the space first. And now as you breathe out, move into the space. Glide your hips back, point your right toes up. Really flex your right foot. Try to flex it evenly. Notice what part of your foot wants to draw back at a faster rate than the other part, and try to even it out, and then you'll find more tension to breathe into. Spread your toes and take one more deep breath here as you inhale, elongate through all your bones. And as you exhale, stretch into what you feel. Slowly begin to glide forward. Plant your hands around your spine. Pick your right foot up and step back down dog. Knees micro bent, big toes rooted, inner thighs widening up and back. Press your hands firmly down until you feel your front body draw towards your back body. So that will help to draw your low ribs in to expand the back of your waist. Then keep that and then elongate. So like sprout the vine or grow the vine of your spine with one more breath. On your next inhale, press down through your left foot till your right leg begins to float up. Keep your hips square by pointing your right baby toe straight down towards the floor. As you exhale, curl in pubic bone towards sternum as you lift your pelvic floor and touch your right knee to your left tricep. Pressing down, round a little bit more, and slow motion, roll to your right hand and knife edge of left foot. Root the knife edge of your left foot firmly down as you stretch your left arm over your ear. As much as you reach through the fingertips, plug them into the back of your heart. From here, you can keep your right heel hooked outside your left thigh, or stretch your right leg straight towards the left, parallel to the ground, and maybe gaze towards the left, or up. Take a deep inhale and press into the earth to lift a little bit higher, pressing right rib cage up into your left one. Now as you exhale, bend the right knee, left hand to the floor, lift your left heel, curl and in, and see if you can touch your knee and your forehead. Then slowly keep all of this contraction through the front body as you flip to the knife edge of your left foot. Bend your left knee. So now left shoulder is not directly over your wrist. Reach your right arm high, right knee high, and step your right foot to the top of the mat for the count of 3, 2, and 1. Fingertips plant on either side of the right foot, sink your left knee down. Magnetize feet towards one another. Keep them magnetized. Anchor down and forward through your right heel, and inhale, wave up, low lunge. As you exhale, so already as you exhale, begin to press down through the left big toe mound so the left knee lifts. Feel the weight begin to shift into the right foot. Root your fingertips on either side of your right foot. Press down so much the left leg floats up towards the sky. Keep your right knee micro bent. Pull your outer right hip back. Drop your head. Look at your left toes. Flex your left toes towards the earth. Left pinky toe pointing straight down to keep the hips squaring. Root your right big toe and inhale from the left big toe, elongate forward, grow through the whole central column. And as you exhale, press your fingertips down, begin to pull up through your legs, rounding through your spine as you hover your left foot at the top of your mat for the count of 3. Press more down through the right foot to create more lift up. 2. Spread the sole of your foot as you bring it to the floor. Halfway lift, inhale, lift and spread your toes, micro bend your knees, hug your shin bones to the midline, reach your sit bones back, and stretch your heart forward as you pull your fingertips back. That's all in one action. And then exhale, press your fingertips down and forward, widen your elbows a little bit, lean forward slightly, keep your knees micro bent, engaging through your core to fold you in. Then inhale, halfway lift, elongate again. Exhale, root down through your left foot, vacuum your right foot up. Inhale, reach your right heel straight back into the air as you reach the center of your skull forward. Exhale, keep reaching back through the right toes, keep reaching forward through your heart as you slow motion, step your right foot to the back of the mat. As you inhale, stretch your left leg straightish and reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, plant your hands around your spine, pick your left foot up, and step back, down dog. Inhale, lift your heels, wave yourself forward into a high plank. Exhale, use your core to pull you all the way back to down dog. As you inhale, root down through your right foot, reach your left leg up, slow motion. As you exhale, lift the right heel, begin to curl in, pubic bone towards sternum as you pull your left knee to your right tricep. Then slowly, from here, begin to shift the weight into your left hand and drop your right heel. As you inhale, reach your right arm over top of your ear. Then you can stay here, or you can stretch your left leg straight towards the right, parallel to the ground. Stretch from the knife edge of your right foot all the way through your right fingertips. Take one more breath. And then your right hand slowly comes down. Begin to curl in through your core. Touch your left knee into your forehead. Stay curled in and slowly shift the weight into your right hand, knife edge of right foot. Reach your left knee up high and your left arm up high. Gazing to the top of your mat, slowly step your left foot up to the top for 3. Pulling from the toes up into your core as you lift your right heel high, 2. And spread the sole of your foot as you bring it down on 1. Sink your right knee down to the floor. Pull your feet towards one another to create buoyancy through your pelvis, and inhale, press down to come up. As you exhale, feel your right big toe and big toe mound rooting, lifting your right knee as you slowly come forward. Root your fingertips, press so much down through your left foot that your right leg floats up. Pull your outer left hip back, pull your outer right hip forward, and then drop your head and look at your right toes for a sec. See that the right baby toe is pointing straight down, and then spread it away from the big toe. Press your fingertips down, inhale, elongate from your back foot forward through the center of your brain. As you exhale, keep pressing down through your fingertips, hollowing up through your abdominals as you hover your right foot at the top of the mat for the count of 3. Keep your left knee micro bent. Press down more through fingertips, 2, and bring it down slowly on 1. Lift and spread your toes with your knees micro bend, and inhale, elongate, halfway lift, butt back, heart forward. As you exhale, press your fingertips down and forward. Draw your low ribs in towards the crest of your pelvis to fold you in deeper as you lean forward. Lift and spread your toes, micro bend your knees, inhale, pull your shin bones towards one another and halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold in. Halfway lift, inhale. Press your fingertips down, pull them back, reach your heart forward. Exhale, from the core of your pelvis, press down through your right foot and hover your left foot up. Then inhale, slow motion, spreading your left toes, reach your left toes back and stretch the back of your heart forward. And as you exhale, keep elongating in opposite directions as you bring your left foot to the back of your mat. When it lands, begin to pull your feet towards one another and glide your hips back. Keep pulling your feet towards one another. Flex your right foot. Press forward and down through the right heel. Inhale, heart forward, butt back. And as you exhale, bow your heart towards your toes. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your left heel, round your spine, pick your right foot up, and step back, down dog. Micro bend your knees, press your hands down and forward. Inhale, lift up high into your tippy toes, round forward, high plank. Exhale, slow motion, ripple back to downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels high, round forward, high plank. Grow as long as you can back through your heels and forward through the center of your brain. Come a little more forward. Tack your fingertips down, lower chaturanga for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your pelvis, squeeze your shoulder blades together right away. Untuck your toes, root your toenails, and as you inhale, open your arms out to the side. Lift your heart, arc it forward. Exhale, kiss your heart to the earth, palms face the earth. 2 more like that. Inhale, peel your heart up, reach the back of your heart forward, and exhale, tap your heart down to the earth. 1 more time, root your toenails, pull up your legs, lift your pelvic floor, and puff your heart forward. This time, exhale, plant your hands by your waist, tuck your toes. Press into the earth and inhale, rise all the way up, high plank. Exhale, round your spine and press back to downward dog. Inhale, press the left foot down in slow motion, reach your right leg up. Exhale, lift your left heel, round forward, touch your right knee to your left tricep, and just see if you can touch it. Shift the weight to the right hand, drop your left heel. Inhale, open it up, either hooking the heel outside the thigh or stretching your right leg straight towards the left. Exhale, left hand to the floor, lift your left heel. Round in, tap your right knee to your forehead. Stay tucked into a little ball as you bring the knife edge of your left foot down. And inhale, open it up, right arm over your ear, right leg straight perhaps. Keeping the right leg straight, step your right foot to the top for the count of 5. 4, just staying with what you feel right now, 2, and 1. Left knee sinks down. From here, pull your feet towards one another and keep them pulling really strongly towards one another as you glide your hips back and reach your heart forward. We're going to do this a few times. So as you inhale, come forward, bending the right knee, stack your right knee over your right heel. And as you exhale, keep pulling your feet really strong towards one another as you glide back. Press your fingertips down, pull them back, and reach your heart forward. So now adding in that cobra action of pulling the fingertips back. Slowly keep reaching your heart forward as you bend into the right knee. And then glide back, pulling feet towards one another and dragging your fingertips back energetically. Slowly glide forward. Walk your fingertips off your mat to the left. Lean into left fingertips, micro-bend your left elbow, and inhale, reach up through your right fingertips. Stay here or bend your left knee, reach back, take hold of your foot, making a C, wrap it around the roots of the toes. Lift and spread your right toes. Keep your right knee and right toes pointing in the same direction. Pull your feet towards one another, lift your pelvic floor, puff through your heart, and inhale, elongate upward. As you exhale, relax your jaw and let yourself glide a little bit into what you're feeling. Again, inhale, pull your feet towards one another, lift up. See if you can puff your heart up even more. And then exhale, sink a little deeper into what you're now feeling. Slowly release. Fingertips on either side of the right foot. Lift your left knee up. Shift your heart forward. Shift your weight forward. Press so much down through the right foot, the left leg floats up. Drop your head, look at your left toes, point them straight down towards the floor, and micro-bend the right knee again. Then before your thoughts stop you, wrap your forearms behind the belly of your right calf, and don't worry about how high the left leg goes. Focus more on trying to keep the hips square. So outer right hip pulling back, left hip pulling a little bit forward. Then feel into what happens when you pull up on the belly of the right calf just a little bit, nothing crazy. Dip your heart more down towards your right toes and let your right foot calibrate. Let yourself wobble, let it do its thinking. And then take 2 breaths here. Just pulling your heart sweetly towards your foot. And charge up your left toes a little bit more. Slowly begin to lower your left tippy toes down to the back of your mat, fingertips, and a little bit forward of the right foot. Take an inhale, elongate, inner thighs back, heart forward. And as you exhale, bow over top of your right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. And now as you exhale, round through your spine, pick your right foot up and see if you can step it a little bit forward. As you do this, bring your left knee back down. Pull your feet towards one another, glide your hips back, reach your heart forward. Really actively pull your feet towards one another. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, bow in. Halfway lift, inhale from the earth all the way forward and up. Exhale, plant your hands, lift your left knee, round your spine, pick your right foot up, step back, down dog. Lift your heels, inhale, waves from the earth up through your legs and forward all the way up through the vine of your spine. Chaturanga for 3, press into the earth and elongate, 2 and 1. Press up high plank as you inhale. Exhale, round your spine, squeeze your front body to your back body, and glide back, down dog. Press into your right foot, inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, lift your right heel, round forward, touch your left knee to your right tricep. Stay tucked in as you shift the weight to left hand and drop right heel. Inhale, open it up, right arm over your ear, left leg straight to the right, parallel to the ground. Exhale, right hand down. Lift your right heel, left knee to forehead. Stay tucked in as you shift weight to right hand and knife edge of right foot. Inhale, reach your left arm over your ear and your left toes and fingertips away from one another, left leg straight. Exhale, maybe with the left leg straight, step your foot up for 5. 4, 3, as you get to the top, lift your right heel up a little higher, 2, and 1. Fingertips down, right knee sinks down. Pull your feet towards one another, and slowly glide your hips back, heart reaches forward, fingertips pull back, inner thighs stretching wide. Keep your heart reaching forward, inhale, glide forward. This becomes actually quite a hot, like in temperature. leg exercise, if you really power your legs towards one another, feet towards one another, glide back, inhale, heart forward, butt back. Navel to spine, exhale, come back forward. One more time. Slowly pull your feet towards one another. Spread through your left toes. Spread the whole sole of your left foot. Glide back. And then again, glide forward. Now keep the power in your legs as you walk your fingertips off to the right. Inhale, open up across your chest. Keep your right elbow micro bent. Stay here or make a C, hook the toes. As you inhale, again, pull left heel and right knee towards one another. Cinch your waist and pull all the breath up into your chest. And then exhale, let yourself be taken a layer deeper. Again, inhale, pull left foot and right knee towards one another. Puff up into your chest. And then exhale, sink in a layer deeper. Slowly begin to release your back foot. Spider your fingertips on either side of the left foot. Lift your right knee, feel your right leg activate. Feel your left foot beginning to press down until the right leg floats up. Left knee micro bent, right toes bright, right pinky toe pointing down. As you inhale, elongate, pulling left hip back and right hip slightly forward. And as you exhale, pour your heart in, let it drip in. And again, before your thoughts stop, you wrap your forearms behind the belly of your calf. And if it's a shaky day, let it be a shaky day. Just let your foot think for a while, and then speak to all the thinking that's happening with breath. Rather than thinking to bring the leg up high, try to keep your pelvis more level and feel into all the intensity that comes. And begin to reach your heart forward as the toes reach back, fingertips down. And then slow motion, step your right foot to the back. Right foot lands, left leg stretches straight. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, begin to lift your back heel, round your spine a lot. Pick your left foot up and see if you can step it all the way back up to the top. Sink your right knee down. Pull your feet towards one another a lot. And then slowly, as you pull your feet towards one another, begin to glide your hips back. Root your left heel down, so your left knee remains micro bent. Widen your inner thighs back, and then broaden your heart forward by pulling your fingertips back. Take another inhale, and we'll elongate forward. And then exhale, as you bow in, pull your fingertips back. Plant your hands, stretch your arms straight, lift your right knee, round your spine, pick your foot up, step back, down dog. High plank, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. High plank, breathe in. Round your spine, breathing out. Glide back, down dog, micro bend your knees, root into the earth. Right leg high, inhale. Right knee to left tricep, exhale. Shift weight to right hand, drop left heel. Open it up, inhale, stretching right leg straight. Stretch your left arm over your ear. Exhale, bending your right knee, left hand down, lift your left heel. Touch your right knee to your forehead. Stay tucked in as you inhale, open it up to the other side, left hand down, rooting knife edge of left foot. Stretch your right arm straight, right leg straight. And then step your right foot to the top of the mat for the count of 3, 2, and 1. Right fingertips down, left knee down. Magnetized feet, reach your heart forward, take an inhale. As you exhale, keep your feet magnetizing and your heart reaching forward as you glide back. Good, staying in this position, just walk your fingertips back a little bit. Pull your feet towards one another, inhale. Now as you exhale, slowly begin to lift your left knee and walk it forward. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, round through your spine, engage your core. Lift your left knee and begin to walk it back. Keep your right heel exactly where it is, with your right knee bent. Tuck your chin into your chest, pull your feet towards one another, take an inhale into your back body. Now as you exhale, maybe walk your left knee back a little bit more. I know it seems like we're moving into Hanuman. Don't go all the way into it yet. We'll keep this front knee bent, the right heel pressing down firmly, and the outer right hip drawing back. Take another inhale here and elongate up through that central column, the little bean sprout. And now as you exhale, let your pelvis glide a little bit forward, but keep the right knee bent and the right heel digging down. Now plant your hands flat. Claw the mat. Round your spine. Pick your left knee up. See if you can pick your right foot up and step back to downward dog. If that was too much, step the left knee in a little bit more and then step your right foot back. High plank, inhale, come forward. Hug the midline, exhale, chaturanga. Heart forward, heels back. High plank, inhale, rise. Round your spine, exhale. Glide back, down dog. Press into your right foot, inhale, left leg up. Toes bright, curl in, exhale, left knee to right tricep. Shift weight to left hand, drop right heel, inhale, open it up. Exhale, right hand down. Lift your right heel up, hug left knee to forehead. Stay tucked in tight through your core as you shift the weight to your right hand, knife edge of right foot. Left arm high, left leg high. Stretch left leg straight if you can, inhale. And then step your left foot up for 3, 2, and 1. Right knee sinks down. Magnetized feet, inhale, reach your heart forward. As you exhale, keep pulling your feet towards one another, glide your hips back, and continue to reach your heart forward. Take an inhale and see if you can draw more length up through the spine. Now as you exhale, walk your fingertips back a little. Keep your left knee bent and left heel where it is. Just lift your right knee and walk your right foot back a little. Bring it back down. Round through your spine, inhale, magnetize. Then exhale, walk your right foot back just a little bit more. Now stay here with the left heel where it is, left knee bent. Round through your spine, draw in through your core. Inhale. Then as you exhale, slowly begin to reach your heart forward. Take another breath here, digging your left heel into the ground and pulling your feet towards one another. From here, plant your hands, lift your right knee, around your spine, lifting your right heel high, pick your left foot up, and step back to down dog. High plank, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. High plank, inhale. And then round through your spine, go back to down dog, exhale. Right leg up, inhale. Right knee to left tricep, exhale. Open it up, shift weight to right hand, knife edge of left foot. Inhale to open it up, just inflating like a flotation device. Exhale, left hand down, right knee to forehead. Inhale, open it up, right arm high, right knee high. And exhale, step your right foot up for 3, 2, and 1. Left knee comes down. Pull your feet towards one another and inhale, butt back, heart forward. Exhale, glide your hips back, but your heart stays reaching forward. Walk your fingertips back a little bit. Inhale to elongate. Exhale, lift your left knee. Walk your left foot back a little bit. Round your spine, keeping your left knee lifted. Lift your right foot up if you can and walk it forward. Left knee comes back down. So with your right knee still bent, the right heel digging in, pull your feet towards one another. So left foot and right foot pull in. This helps to draw the outer left hip forward and the outer right hip back, keeping harmony through the pelvis, keeping squaring. Spread your right toes, and then speak to whatever you're feeling in this moment with a few breaths into the back of your right leg. If you find you kind of avoid certain sensations, then those are the ones you need to run towards a little bit more. So play with spreading your toes evenly, with flexing the foot, just to find where is the hidden density. We all have hidden density. If it's opening up for you a little bit more, you can begin to walk your back knee back and your front foot a little bit more forward. Now look back at your butt. Check out your butt to see if it's on a diagonal. If your butt is on a diagonal, that's an indication that the hips aren't square. You can square the hips by going back to one of the stages we were just at. So the knee bent, pulling the feet towards one another. That will draw, again, the outer left hip forward, the outer right hip back. That will give you some more interesting openings to begin to explore, rather than kind of like avoiding the openings by letting the hips unsquare. We can bypass the openings through the hamstrings if we just let our hips kind of splat down. So here, stay muscular, stay active, pulling the feet towards one another, feeling into everything you are feeling. If you start to find yourself sinking more down and the hips are somewhat or mostly square, begin also to root the right heel and activate the front of your right thigh. This will further help to open up through the back of your right leg. Continue to roll the left inner thigh up towards the sky. Periodically, I'll root my left big toe, lift the left knee, and roll the left inner thigh up towards the ceiling, and then bring the leg back down. Just a couple more breaths. If you're good here and you'd like to advance further, you can reach your arms up towards the sky. But only if it's still manageable, meaning it's not creating more tension, but rather you're able to breathe. To come out, slowly bring your hands down. Lift your left knee up. Now, if you want, you can walk your left knee in a bit more, round through your spine, pick the left knee up, pick your right foot up, and step back to down dog. Once you get to downward dog, just plug in. So let your foundation settle so that the rest of your body can really digest all of that opening. It's a lot. Take a deep inhale breath and some kind of cleansing exhale breath. Root your right foot, inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, lift your right heel, round in, touch your left knee to your right tricep as you hug your hands towards one another. Shift the weight to left hand, drop your right heel, and inhale, stretch open like a big wild animal. Exhale, right hand down. Lift your right heel. See if you can tap your knee to your forehead. Shift weight now to right hand. Knife edge of right foot. Inhale, open it up, left arm straight, left leg straight. Exhale, step up for 3, 2, and 1. Left fingertips come down, right knee sinks. Magnetize feet towards one another. Inhale, reach your heart forward as you glide your pelvis back. Exhale to bow into this level, this layer. Take another inhale to elongate and walk your fingertips back. Lift your right knee and walk your right knee back. Then from here, round your spine, keeping your right knee lifted. See if you can lift your left foot and step it a little bit forward. Now pull your feet towards one another as you bring your right knee back down. Then feel into this side. It'll be different than the other side. Notice if there's any ideas of better or worse. And see if you can, rather than categorize a side as better or worse, just let them be. So they're just different. So then if it's allowed to be what it is, it begins to open up for you. Feel into what you feel, and maybe if you have more space, you can bring your feet a bit farther apart. But as you do so, pull them towards one another and check out your butt. See if it's on a diagonal. If it is, back off. Go back to one of the stages that we just were in until your body really opens up for you. So every breath here, there's internal work happening. So I'm pulling the feet towards one another, squeezing the front of my right thigh or squeezing the front of my left thigh rather to help open up through the left hamstrings, and making little adjustments so I can feel I need a bit of a hip square, so rooting the right big toe mound, lifting the right knee, wrapping the right inner thigh up towards the sky, and then bringing the knee back down. And as the sensations move through the backs of your legs and through the front of your right thigh, hip flexors, stay with what you feel. And if it's available, you can hands to hip it or arms up. And stay firm in your foundation and try not to leave your sensations. Slowly your hands come down. You can walk your back knee, and if you need to, or keep it where it is, pick your left foot up and glide back to downward dog. And in downward dog, once again, let your foundation settle. So like little dust particles, be still so that it settles. And take a cleansing inhale breath. And some kind of clearing exhale breath. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower your pelvis. Root your toenails. Come onto fingertips. Root your pubic bone towards the floor and inhale, peel your heart forward and up. Exhale, pull your fingertips back, arc your heart forward. Glide yourself all the way back down and roll onto your back or spill. On your back, feet as wide as your mat, knees lean in on one another. And take a moment to let your inner thighs just drip towards the floor. And taking a glance back, taking inventory, so allowing everything that is unwrapping to do so. And just simmering in whatever it is that you are feeling. And see if you can just simmer without poking or prodding or adding any ingredients or taking anything away. And just notice that as you let something simmer, it begins to change. With your feet still as wide as your mat, separate your knees and then lazily drop both knees towards the right. And you can windshield wiper or you can stay still, or if there's a different twist you want to do, you should do it. And then when you're done with your twist, stretch your legs straight and long and wide. Press down the back of your head into the floor till your upper back lifts away from the floor. Root down through your elbows. Pull your elbows towards one another. Cinch your waist and then bring your middle back to the floor so that your upper back and then your neck elongate. It's like doing the worm move. And drop everything into the earth. And again, just let your whole body simmer in that. Begin to become aware of the quietest sensations that you can hear. Become aware of your senses beginning to fade back in. Bring some little flickers, movements, whatever your body needs to do. Take a big stretch as you breathe in. And when you breathe out, drop everything. Then bend your knees and roll onto your side. And just pause. Pause on your side. Getting as heavy and as cozy as possible. And press down to come up and build a seat. And try to make it feel spacious and grounded. So starting from the base, the bowl of your pelvis super weighty, your legs and feet really earthy, like a blanket of gravity is weighting you down. And bring your awareness into the central column again, to the vine. And without imposing any shoulds, just let yourself feel how you feel. Feel into the central column and see if you can sprout it up just a little bit higher and outward evenly on all sides. You're filling in your back body, side bodies, front body, and top and bottom. Become aware of all the space that you've created. And that's it.